Good morning, dear. Your mother told me you got hurt this morning. Could I could I just do a little check to make sure you're okay? Good. Did you know Grandpa was a medic in the Army? What does this smell like? Chocolate? We'll check this again later. Tell me when you feel me touch the right side of your face. Very good. Now, tell me when you feel me touch the left side of your face. Very good. Very good. Doing very well, dear. Did you feel that? Did you feel that? Or that? Did you feel it? Did you feel it? Very good. Did you feel that? Very good. Did it hurt? Good. Very good. Did you feel any pain there? Any there? Did you feel any pain? Very good. Very good. Did you feel any pain? Good. Did you feel any pain? Good. Tell me if you feel cold or hot. Cold? Good. Cold or hot? Cold. Very good. You're doing very well, dear. Very well. Now, tell me if this feels soft or hard. Is that soft? Good. Hard or soft? Good. Hard or soft? Very good. Very good. Now focus on the purple stick. Very good. Close your right eye. Now close your other eye. Very good. Very good. What color is this? Purple? Good. What object do you see? Very good. Close your right eye. Good. Close your left eye. Good. What color is this? Blue? Good. What object do you see? Good. Close your right eye. Close your left eye. Very good. What color is this? Yellow? Good. What object do you see? Good. Close your right eye. Close your left eye. Very good. Tell me when this leaves your field of vision. Good. 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 Very good. Blink. 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 Good. Blink. Blink. One more. Blink. Good. Very good. One more time, dear. Tell me what it smells like. Strawberry? Very good. Very good. Very good, dear. You passed all of the tests with flying colors. Very good. I'm so glad you're okay. Good morning, my dear. Let's get you ready for the day, okay? I have here concealer, okay?
Okay.
And then I take, yes, and a little bit over here. Would you like some foundation? You really don't need anything. You're very pretty the way you are. Blush. Very nice. Powder. Beauty blender. Very nice. Eyelash curler. Mascara. Pick a dark one. Pick a light one. Cherry. You look very pretty. Have a wonderful day. Good morning, dear. Grandpa has gotten you some gifts. This is a purse that used to belong to Grandma. And I have filled it. She wants you to have it. And I have filled it with all kinds of goodies, which you can either keep for yourself or you can give to your friends. Well, let's take a look at the first one. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Yes. Now, It comes apart like this. Oh, it smells very good. Do you smell it? Does it smell good? Very good. Very good. All right. Now, you can either keep this or you could give it away to a friend. It's up to you. Oh, you would like to give it to your teacher? Very good. Would you like to keep this or would you like to give it away? Would you like to give this to a sick friend at school? How nice. Oh, it smells very good. Now, what would you like to do with this, dear? What would you like to do with it? Would you like to keep this or would you like to give it away to someone maybe dear to you? You would like to give it to your nice neighbor lady, the kind neighbor lady that's very kind in the neighborhood? How nice of you to do that. Here it is. This is a cute thing. Now, what would you like to do with this, my dear? Would you like to keep this for yourself, or would you like to give it away to someone? Oh, you want to give it away to your friend at church? How kind of you. Very nice. Let's see what else we have. Oh, it's a honey pot. Now, what would you like to do with this? Would you like to keep this for yourself? Or would you like to give it away to someone? Oh, you'd like to give it to the mail delivery lady. How nice of you to do that. How kind. Here it is. But let's see. There's other things in here. Look at that. It looks like an ice cream cone. Isn't that nice? Now, oh, it smells so good. It smells like raspberry. Now, what would you like to do with this? Would you like to keep this? Or would you like to give this to someone? You'd like to give it to your Sunday school teacher. How nice of you to do that. All right. Oh, look at this. Look at this one. Isn't this nice? Isn't this nice? Let's see. Oh, it smells like cherry. Did you get a smell? Did you smell it? Okay. Now, what do you think you would like to do with this? Would you like to keep it? Or would you like to give this to someone? If you were going to give it to someone, who would you give it to? Oh, you would give it to your cousin. How kind of you. Well, let's see what else we have here. Isn't this funny? It's a little piece of cheese. Isn't it funny? You have to be careful with it. Oh, it has a good smell. It smells like pineapple. Now, what would you like to do with this? Would you like to keep it? Or would you like to give it away to someone? You'd like to give it to your aunt. Well, how nice. How nice. How nice. Here it is. Now, here's a funny one. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Let's get it out. Let's see how this works. Let's see how it works. I have it now. It's a little light bulb, but inside is this. It has a very faint smell of lilac. Do you smell it? Now, what would you like to do with this? What would you like to do? Would you like to keep it? Or would you like to give it to someone? Let's see. If you were, who do you want to give it to? Who? Oh, I know. Yes. How kind of you. You want to give it to the lady that helps the children cross the street when they're going to school. How nice of you. All right. Here is another gift. And it's kind of different. Look at it. It's a piece of watermelon. How fun. How fun. Yes. Let's see. How's it? Oh, there it is. It's like someone took a bite out of it. Oh. Now, what would you like to do with this? You would like to give it to the lady who sells vegetables at the vegetable stand. Wow, how nice. How kind of you. She would really appreciate this. Here's one more gift. It's the last one. It's the last gift. Can you see it in the box? Let's open it up and see what's in it. Isn't that pretty? Oh, isn't it? Isn't that pretty? How pretty. Yes. It has a good sound. Yes. Let's open it up and see what's in this. See what's in it. Oh. Oh, look at that, how pretty. And it has a flower in it. Oh, how nice. Oh, and it smells like flowers. You smiled. Now, this is the last one. You've given all your items away. What are you going to do? Aren't you going to keep this for yourself? Oh, you're not. You're going to give this away also. You have given all of your gifts away. Who will you give this gift to? Oh, you're going to give it to your mother. How kind of you. How you have given all of your gifts away, and this goes to Mother. How kind. You're such a kind girl. You've given all of your presents away. Tomorrow, I will take you shopping, and you can pick out anything you want. I love you. Hello, child. Sit down. Grandpa will give you a little hair trim. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, a little trim now. First we'll do the top. Tell me about your day. Was it a good day? Tell me about it. Well, that looks pretty good. Isn't that nice? I think it's pretty good. Pretty good. You have such pretty hair. Were people kind to you today? Very, very good. Very good. Yes. I'm so very proud of you, dear. Did Grandma's hot chocolate warm you up? Good. This is the tall book of nursery rhymes. This used to be Grandma's when she was a little girl. It's very old. And here is the first picture. And the first story is called Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, in a cottage, on the edge of a deep woods, lived a little girl and her mother. The little girl always wore a little red cape her grandmother had made for her, with a little red cover to cover her curls. So the neighbors called her Little Red Riding Hood. One morning, Red Riding Hood's mother put a loaf of crusty brown bread and some spiced meat and a bottle of red wine into a basket and said to her, "I want you to take these goodies to your grandmother who is sick. But be sure that you go straight along the woods path and do not stop to play or talk to any strangers." Little Red Riding Hood promised to be careful. She put on her little cape and hood, took the little basket, and off she started. She loved the walk through the shady green woods where all the flowers and the birds and the little animals lived. But today she did not stop to play with any of her forest friends. She kept right on the path. Suddenly, from behind a big oak tree, a great gray wolf appeared. He was an evil-looking fellow, but he smiled at Little Red Riding Hood and said politely, "Good morning, my dear. And where are you going this fine day?" "My grandmother is sick, and I am going to her little cottage in the woods to take her this basket from my mother. And my mother says I am not to stop and play along the way or speak to strangers." Always obey your mother, my dear, said the wolf, eyeing Little Red Riding Hood himself hungrily. Now I do not want to delay you, since you have a long way to go, so good day. With a little bow, the wolf disappeared among the trees, and Red Riding Hood skipped along toward her grandmother's house. The wicked wolf, meanwhile, had taken a shortcut through the woods, and he reached the grandmother's cottage long before Little Red Riding Hood. "Who is there?" called the grandmother, who was still in bed. "It is I, Little Red Riding Hood," said the wolf, trying to make his voice sound soft and sweet. "Come in, my dear," said the grandmother. "Just pull the latchstring." So the wolf pulled the latchstring and slipped into the grandmother's cottage, and he ate her up in one big bite. Then he put on her nightgown and her nightcap and climbed into her bed. He was just pulling the sheet up over his nose when Little Red Riding Hood rapped at the door. "Who is there?" called the wolf, trying to make his voice sweet and quavery. "It is I, Little Red Riding Hood," said the little girl. "Come in, my dear," said the wolf. "Just pull the latchstring." So Red Riding Hood went in and put her little basket down on the table. "Now come closer, my dear," said the wolf. "Why, Granny, what big ears you have!" cried Little Red Riding Hood, walking closer. "The better to hear you with, my dear," said the wolf. "And Granny, what big eyes you have!" cried Little Red Riding Hood. "The better to see you with, my dear," said the wolf. "And Granny, what big teeth you have!" "The better to eat you with," snapped the wolf, springing at Little Red Riding Hood. Calling for help, she ran out of the cottage and straight into the arms of a sturdy woodcutter. He stepped into the cottage and with one blow of his axe killed the wicked wolf. He cut him open, and out stepped Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother, none the worse for her fright. She kissed Little Red Riding Hood warmly and thanked the woodcutter for saving their lives. Then, after all had a nice lunch from the goodies in Little Red Riding Hood's basket, the woodcutter took the little girl home. There has never been another wolf seen in that forest. But Little Red Riding Hood takes no chances. She keeps right on the path, does not stop to play along the way, and never speaks to strangers. Are you asleep, dear? Are you ready for your bedtime story? Tonight, we're reading from the Tall Book of Nursery Rhymes. Let's see where we are. Let's see. Our first story tonight is called The City Mouse and the Country Mouse. There was once a happy little country mouse who lived in a big wheat field. In the summer, she feasted on grains of wheat or on bits of bread from the farmers' lunchboxes. When the weather grew cold, she moved into the farmhouse and picked up bits of cake and bread and cheese, which the cook dropped on the kitchen floor. These she stored away in her little mouse hole in the attic until she had a good supply laid in for the winter. Now one day, during the winter, the little country mouse cousin, a city mouse, came to visit her. When they had chatted for a while, the little country mouse took her visitor to see her attic pantry. Proudly she showed her the mound of cheese bits, the heaps of bread and cake crumbs, and the neat piles of nuts and dried peas. But when the city mouse had eaten a hearty dinner, she wiped her whiskers daintily and said, "You poor thing, so is this the way you live, on leftovers dried up in the attic? Come with me to the city and I will show you a real feast." The country mouse immediately felt rather ashamed of her simple home, so she quietly went along with the city mouse to visit her. The city mouse led the way into a huge brick house, up a great staircase and onto a dining room. The rich people who lived in the big house with the city mouse were just having dinner, so the two little mice hid behind the door. "Keep very still," said the city mouse. "When they leave the table, we can have all the food that's left." The eyes of the little country mouse grew big and round at that, for she had never seen so much food in her whole busy life. So she sat very still until, with a scuffling of feet and scraping of chairs, the big people left the table. "Come on," squeaked the city mouse, peeking cautiously to the right and to the left. She led the way across the room, up onto a chair, and from the chair onto the table, with the country mouse scampering along behind her. The country mouse took a long look around her at the table, still crowded with good things, and sighed a deep, heavy, happy sigh. "This is wonderful," she said, and taking a big bite out of one piece of a beautiful cheese. "They live just like a prince." She had scarcely finished squeaking when, with a snarl, a cat pounced up on the table. After her came the cook, shouting and waving a big spoon, and onto the room bounded the two dogs, barking fiercely. Then there was a terrible row. In the midst of it, the two mice skittered down to the floor and dodged into a handy hole. "We'll wait until all this quiet goes along, and again, and we will go back, and we'll get some more," whispered the city mouse. But her country cousin shook her head timidly and firmly. "We'll wait until it's quiet again, and then I'll go home as fast as I can. You're welcome to all the food you can get, my friend. As for me, I prefer my dry crusts and my peaceful attic." Are you asleep, dear?